And now we are live. Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, IndyCar have happened. And Formula 3 was, I would say, really interesting. Could been much more fun if you were a beginner fish fan. But yeah, it didn't end well for him. And let's see, Formula 2. That was interesting. Sadly, the person that you can somewhat won fucked up his race in the beginning, so he didn't win the race. So that could be interesting, ended up being less interesting, but oh yeah, didn't Victor Martins have a bad race again? Oh my god, he's unlucky. Really unlucky. Let's see if we can get all the standings up. No, not standings. We want the race results. And then we have Formula 1 that's somewhat good. I mean, I would more happy to see Russell and something crash into each other. They DNF, and then we have a fight between Landooooo, Norris and Max Verstappen. But nothing of that happened, and someone that I was hoping will be winless the whole season and then winless when going to Ferrari. What the fuck do I... Oh shit. Now with that done, then we want for Formula 2. And then we have... Yeah, and then IndyCar. Man. It felt like a really nothing race. Probably was. I mean, I started to watch it. Then I stopped watching it. Then I realized that, holy shit, why is Pato Award so close to Palou? And then I went in the pit stop, and then you saw Palou did some mistakes, and then we saw a really boring ending, but a fun ending. Like you can say Monaco. It's like the whole race is fucking boring, and then we have something interesting in the end. Do we have all the list ready now? Yes. So we can start just going through them fast. Is this really the right? It is. He just... Oh my god, fucking depressing. So he start 19, end up 19. This race could have been so amazing if he started on slicks, what the fuck you call it, dry tires, normal tires, and just stay within. He will just spin up here, but no. So Luke Brown in the starter with wet tires that drove on wets all the time because it was raining, then it stopped raining, and then it started to rain. It was like the Formula 1 race. So people on the stayed on the wet tires they, yeah, Luke Browning was leading the race, the whole race until the end, and then he fucked him. Lindblad and Mini, they started with wet tires. Then they switched. I think Beganovic did it too. But when he switched them back to wet tires in the end and lost a lot on that. He could have been up here with the whole Prima team. And this guy, he started with dry tires. He could so easily just won the race. Well, he did win the race. But then he had the penalty because he tried to pass someone illegally, and then he got the penalty, and then he got the penalty after he finished in first. So he wasn't anymore in the first. And did something more happen? I would say a lot of crashes, I believe, happened. But yeah, because Dino Beganovic finished bad, who cares about this? Then F2. Do we have Miney? Man, he tried to do Esteban Ogone, trying to get every penalty you can get in a race. Polaron could maybe have done somewhat good in the race when we got some good points, but he did a Max Verstappen, and he got a puncture and had to go into the pits early, and then he got a penalty for it. Where do we have? Oh, Victor Martins must DNF for being somewhere down here, because he started up here, and then I think someone crashed into him, or maybe just spun out by himself. Either way, he had a bad race. Isaac Hadjar up there again, winner in Formula 2. He's leading the constructionship, championship. And there we can look how the standings is in. Miney is now leading. Lindblad second, Browning third, Fernandoli fourth. Beganovic isn't far off. That you can say is somewhat happy. You can be happy with. But hopefully he will have a good end of his season. So point scoring the 3 last races, so he is in top 5. I don't know any news about if he will be still in Formula 3 or he will go to Formula 2. But I don't know, like, sure you want to be in Formula 2, but if you have a bad Formula 2 season, would it be better just being Formula 3? And maybe next year being Formula 2? But yeah, Colapinto, it looked like he did a similar race with Barcelona. He stayed out And then the last laps he went into the other tires and then tried to do something and... Oh shit, Victor Martins. Oh, he finished in the points. Hype. Victor Martins, he's 31 points. Oh, soon more points than Oliver Behrman and Joseph Marti. Oh my god, it's so depressing for them. Having so little points. Yeah, Colapinto. I think he got past Martins and then he didn't have enough tires to even get close to being third. Bortoletto keep being up there. And last points for Dennis Hager and Marty. What was the staying on Bortoletto? 98 points. Oh, he's only in the third position and third position. In third place. And Colapinto is not far off. Now I mean, the only good thing is Williams got points in this race. So yeah, Logasarint 11. That's something good. Almost points. And Josh Gaslin never started. He started. Had some problem. DNF'd. Did not start. Did he really not start? Oh yeah, maybe he didn't. Man, he did get the problem done really fast then. George Russell DNF'd for some reason. Sadly, he was not Hamilton that DNF'd. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda 10th, so he got 1 point. Alex Albon 2 points. Fernando Alonso 4 points. Lance Stroll 6 points, so 10 points. Nico Hülkenberg 8 points by himself. Haas is, man, he's depressing to see them this good. Carlos Sainz 10 points and apparently the fastest lap. And sadly here we have Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris 3 and 4th. And then we have Lewis Hamilton after many years. Last time Saudi Arabia 2021. So now we have won one more race. And yeah. Oh my god, so much talked about, oh my god, how much he believed in the team and everything, and then he just, he will leave for Ferrari next season. Yeah, Max Verstappen, I mean, you see, somewhat close. But sadly, it was never a fight. Like, first, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton just went off. And was Max Verstappen? Yeah, I believe that he was ahead the McLarens. And the McLaren did nothing. Then when it started to rain, then they could do something about Max Verstappen. And then both Mercedes drivers. Then it was raining. It comes soon then back to Mercedes. But it was never like a fight between people. It was not like someone had a DRS, couldn't get past, and just kept, like it was in Austria with Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. It was like nothing happened. The only the only racing that happened was with Max Verstappen. But never any real racing between Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. So this race was like, felt like almost like a Monaco, but people could get past, but there was not like any fight. So yeah, sadly, not a winless season for Lewis Hamilton. Then we have IndyCar. I have actually nothing to say. Oh yeah, that's something I can say. Let's see, where do we have Scott Dixon? No, this is standings. No, it must be the race, right? No, it's the standings. I want to see. Yeah, now we see Pat Award, the winner. Can we? No, where do we go? Oh, there I go. Okay, back. Scott Dixon, he couldn't get away. He didn't start the race. I mean, he got out sometime after the race have started. But he had a problem with the engine. It just turned off. Man, Joseph Newgarden had apparently a bad race. And Marcus Ericsson can maybe have a bad race, but he wanted to have the used tires in the end for some reason. He apparently thought that, hey, the stint with the other used tires was good. Let's have them again. It didn't end good, and Guterherta got his place back and finished ahead of Marcus Ericsson. And yeah, like I said, Alex Palou was leading the whole race, like Max Verstappen have done in the past. And then it was like Miami or Austria. It's like in the end, Alex Palou just bad now. And Pato Ward apparently just catch him, and then the last pit stop, Alex Palou made a mistake. Don't know how much it. Yeah, he must have ruined a lot of, because he was close to getting past maybe Pato Ward in the end, but he did that, and Pato Ward ended up winning the race. So driver standings, I mean, he's still leading the championship, but Pato Ward can maybe do a fight between Alex Palou. Yeah. But yeah, all the stuff I yeah, they're all the stuff that I for now wanted to say, I believe. And it will be same like yesterday, because I never played long enough to actually change this how much I have. So it's still at 1882. Did I write that right? Yes. Fucking skeleton. But yeah, Autosport They've done a video, and of course Pretty Reserve have done a video. P1 will maybe have made a video, or they will not, who knows. But yeah, he will. Yeah, I will. Oh shit, that scared me for some reason. Yeah, House of the Dragon. Oh, first fish for the collection today. And Snooper Pink Light Grey. But yeah, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones Season 2 Episode 4 will be out in 2 hours. And before that I will probably be done. Or if I'm not, I will be done because need to watch it. I need to watch it. I want to watch it. So let's see if, yeah, what the Autosport have to say about it. Probably nothing fun, because the crash between George Russell and Hamilton never happened. Oh shit, that's loud.
Let's reflect on the British Grand Prix, a sensational win for Lewis Hamilton.
Can you really say that? I mean, if Norris put on the mediums and he actually will be worse than he actually was now, then maybe. Man. If it was a real fight and he still won, then yes.
Did we see it coming?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Ben. I think just the end of the race, when you've got Hamilton leading, Norris comes out of the pits, he's second, Max Verstappen third. Fantastic, 3 best drivers, certainly at the end of that race. Certainly the top 2 of the season so far in Max and Lando. Lewis, you just never know, because he's been beaten by George so regularly, George Russell, out of the race because of a water system issue. He certainly, as soon as he had a sniff of victory, he was there. Did I see it coming? In the early stages, Mercedes looked like they were in control. McLaren, you know, came to the fore. I think they'll reflect on this being a race that they lost.
Yes.
But I really thought, oh, here we go, this is it. I've seen this movie, Max Verstappen coming back. There's just something about when Lewis Hamilton's in front of Silverstone, he wasn't going to be denied, was he?
I'm glad you mentioned the movie. They were filming the movie here, weren't they? We saw them on the grid before. F1 movie coming out next year, all very exciting. This was a Hollywood script, wasn't it? Lewis Hamilton winning home Grand Prix for Mercedes, 104th win, 945 days since his last victory. There does seem to be a lot of emotion. You know, he was crying. I've never heard him cry, you know, coming back on the back to the pits, and Bono, his race engineer, was crying as well. It just shows how much this result means to him, doesn't it?
Massively. I think he claims that he's never cried at a win. Yeah, and I think the sort of...
Oh, this could be something. This will be his actually last win. Because he will never win in Ferrari.
The almost hyperbolic quality to it, the over the top, the wow, everything is because it had been so long. Like you asked him in the press conference, does this feel like this is sort of the final thing to get over what happened in 2021? He gave quite an interesting answer, which was sort of like, only time will tell, I'm going to keep pushing. And I don't know about you, but I think that means he'll only be over it when he gets that 8th world title and gets back what he lost.
I agree, and I can't help thinking that
He
that's
will never get it.
probably in the back of his mind, thinking about the move to Ferrari. That's obviously what's triggered that off. And interestingly, you mentioned that, and it was mentioned by one of our colleagues in the press conference. Lewis, are you a little bit upset to be leaving Mercedes, knowing now that you have a car that's capable of fighting for wins? And again, he gave quite a good answer, didn't he? He was saying, this was all about the emotion and finishing on a high with Mercedes, but of course we don't know how it's going to be at Ferrari when he joins next year.
Yeah, a bit of a different answer to what he gave to basically the same question in the press conference yesterday. Then it was very much no, his mood, demeanour changed. Certainly not very happy after being asked about that yesterday, but he'd just been defeated by his teammate and he wouldn't have known what was going to happen today, of course. So totally understandable that the emotions, the high of victory would mean that things are going to get a different reaction. Also Tom Carey from the Telegraph, he's known Lewis a while. There'll be a certain element of got to give a good answer here, because I don't know what's going to go in that newspaper. But anyway, yeah, I just think he's never going to say, oh no, I regret that, please Fred Vasseur, don't make me go there. Toto, have
Well,
me
that would
back.
be a fantastic U-turn, wouldn't it? We've seen a few of them, but wow, amazing that yeah.
But he must, in the back of his mind, he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
This was a disaster for Ferrari, really.
Yeah.
I think Carlos Sainz came out of this unbelievably well. He goes always very well around here. Charles Leclerc, did he listen to the team too much? We've seen that in the past. Monaco 2022 springs to mind. So it's Ferrari were there and thereabouts when the rain and the drivers can make the difference, but on pure pace, they've really regressed. They're putting their upgrades from Imola back on the car, so that's got to be alarm bells for Lewis.
What was also interesting, I thought, was watching Max Verstappen's performance. He didn't really do too much wrong, did he? He was kind of under the...
I believe what he said. They did everything right, but for some reason, he was only in the end actually fighting for the win. And then it was really too late.
The microscope, he was pushed hard by Lando, and he actually kept his line, shall we say. Lando was able to overtake. It was all very fairly done. There was none of the aggression that we had seen in Austria. He just towed the line, didn't he, and just did enough to finish second. He seemed quite relaxed in the press conference.
100%. I think when the cameras were off, there's not a lot of off-camera giddiness, but I did notice that. I mean, the stark difference with Lando Norris. Lando Norris furious again. Oh, well, not furious, just down, just despondent. That's probably the better word. When the cameras were on, he'll crack a smile, but the rest of the time it was head down. I'm under my cap. I'm on my phone. All of that. But yeah, with Max, he in that overtake where Lando came by, he stuck to the outside line. We learned before the race, the FIA have now told the teams that he should have been, or they should have given him a black and white warning for moving under braking in Austria. And there was nothing, there was no defence. I was actually shocked by that. I was genuinely like, wow, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. He just let Lando Norris by. But probably he just knew he had nothing to fight for.
No, because even at that stage, it's such a long straight. It's such you could see what was going to happen. Norris with the DRS. Max had so much time to come over and he didn't. I was really surprised. But actually, that on reflection and what he said afterwards, Red Bull just didn't have the pace in the drive. So Max Verstappen is a very clever guy. He's just so, especially he responds to the situations. He knew he wasn't going to keep that McLaren behind, so he wasn't going to defend.
Yeah, made sense. With regards to Lando, you mentioned him before.
That's
he did
so
look
fucking
a very
based of
dejected
him.
figure again, and we've got to talk about him. And again, partly his mistake, overshooting his pit box, made the slow stop, which drew him into the problems. Ironic, because that's obviously what he benefited from, slow pit stop for Red Bull in Austria. It's difficult, isn't it, to see how he picks himself up and dusts himself down and carries on from here.
Definitely, I think there's got to be questions now asked about the mistakes that are adding up. I think we were right to question what Max did in the sort of the battle in Austria. Maybe looking back, Lando, there's a bit of chat from people in the paddock this weekend. Actually, did he lose his head a little bit, particularly at the beginning of that battle? I think he got his composure back, as we saw. But I just think, Lando, he basically said, "Oh, I've been hearing that a lot lately."
Yeah.
Press conference host Tom Clarkson asked him, a race that McLaren threw away. "Oh, I've been hearing that a lot lately." Now I think that the difference, I think, with, say, Verstappen last week and losing that race at the Red Bull Ring, I put that squarely on him. He blames the team, of course, but that was still a rescuable situation.
I mean, I don't know what to blame. It felt like, man, Lando Norris picking the soft tires instead of mediums. Like the team ever picked the soft. Now was that his mistake, not picking and letting the team pick, or was did the team made a mistake? And if they picked the medium, would the Oscar Piastri was faster, but would Lando Norris have won that race? And what more mistakes happened? Yeah, being out. Was it just 1 lap, 2 laps? That you can say also was a mistake. And then Oscar Piastri not being out. And didn't pit when others were pitting. Like he drove 1 more lap extra for some reason. Man, so many maybe mistakes from McLaren or the drivers. It could have been so amazing race in the end. But this, yeah, man, thanks to Max Verstappen, actually something could actually happen. He get it past Lando Norris then get it past Max Verstappen, then Piastri getting past Max Verstappen, then Max Verstappen coming back. It's like it was never. Oh yeah, McLaren also get past. Maybe just Norris. No, Oscar Piastri also get past. Yeah, they got past, but it was for some reason. Russell and Lewis Hamilton, they just drove off into, I don't know where they wanted to go, and maybe got really cool tires because of that, and then McLaren got easily past. But it was never a real fight between some drivers, like laps off the lap. Like you can actually say it happened in IndyCar between Pato Ward and Alex Palou. Only Max Verstappen really did a, you can say, fight lap after lap, but it was more catching up. And when he did that, he just passed Norris, and then tried to do the same with Hamilton, but then it was too late.
With Norris and Lando, yes, Lando, I mean, 100%, as you say, the long pit stop, sliding long in the box, that's a pretty rookie error, even though things are tricky. And actually, if you look at the exact amount of time he lost to Lewis Hamilton compared to what his lead was before and what Hamilton had advantage at the end, it's entirely in that. So, but also, you know, stopping on the wrong lap. So yeah, he's got to own that. But also, I think for McLaren, there's a certain element of this team doesn't know how to win regularly. The Miami one, I maintain that Lando Norris would have got close by the end, but there's no denying the huge element, unfortunately, in the safety car. And there's been other little things. Canada, actually, if you look at the time, if they'd got the stop timing right for Norris, the right lap, he probably would have been in a much better shape to beat Verstappen. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll beat George. But actually...
Oh shit, 100% dash orange hype. Yeah, McLaren need to stop doing the Ferrari way and stop doing mistakes.
Everything had gone perfectly. As a team, when it gets it right as regularly as it does as Red Bull would have done that, I think.
Yeah, there's an argument to say, wasn't there, this time that maybe he should have come in a lap earlier when it started to rain. You know, they left him out a lap too long, and maybe that invited more pressure on him.
Oh yeah, that I didn't say, but Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc did not have a nice races. See the finish 14 and 17. Man, so depressing. But yeah, that was their race. They were the one that needed to try, like, the interns when you should maybe not have the interns. I don't know if they try to go on the other tires, the slicks earlier to see when you should go on the slicks. But man, their races was ruined when I tried the interns.
Etc. But it's all ifs, buts, and maybes. Fantastic result for the home fans. You know, lots of cheering, lots of support for Lewis, and we're halfway through the season now.
I know it doesn't feel like it. It feels like this race has been going on forever. I think Max even at the start of the press conference before everything started recording, like, oh, so we're halfway now. Okay, normally it's almost like, you know, round 9 or whatever of the season. But yeah, I mean, looks pretty unassailable in the championship. I think this was another example of championships are won on your bad days, and there's so many parallels with Michael Schumacher. It's the same sort of era. Like, yeah, defeated today, defeated last week. Defeated a fair few times this season, especially compared to last year, but he's there enough times.
Well, he's still increasing.
Hopefully the more progress will be on the McLaren team and Norris. So when 2021 5 starts and the car is equally good as the Red Bull, the championship actually can be fighting between them from the start. And no mistakes and stuff, because that will be so annoying if mistakes like this will make him making the championship be less on. It's like, oh, now it's 50 points behind, then it's 60, now 75, now 100 points behind, from being like 2 points behind. Almost like Charles Leclerc. I don't know how many points he was leading in 2022. And then after some races, now he's that behind. And then it was like, nah, the championship is probably 100% off now. One more fish for the collection.
Increasing his lead, isn't he? When he's not winning, he's still increasing his lead in the championship because other drivers have won. Do we think that Mercedes are now back, or were these last 2 results a bit of a flash in the pan? I say this because George Russell, who
McLaren always been back. Do you mean Mercedes? Oh, he said maybe Mercedes.
They're now back, or were they in the championship because other
times?
Well, he's still increasing his lead, isn't he? When he's not winning, he's still increasing his lead in the championship because other drivers have won. Do we think that Mercedes are now back, or
you say Mercedes? Is Mercedes back? I mean, a defined back to win a championship, constructionship? No, they are not that back. To maybe win one more race this season? I would say yes. Hopefully not, because I want to see McLaren win races and also Ferrari. So hopefully they will not be back. And hopefully this will be the last win for Lewis Hamilton. For his whole life. The Ferrari season will hopefully be really bad for him. Well, that will be ironic or super funny. George Russell keep winning in Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton can't win anytime in Ferrari.
were these last 2 results a bit of a flash in the pan? I say this because George Russell, who was doing quite well until he had a water problem on his car. Do you think Mercedes are back in it, or are we just fortunate with these 2 races coming as they did?
I think they are much closer to the front. There's a lot of chat.
Yeah, this fucking bullshit talk. Yeah, they're closer. Closer to fucking what? You what, mate? For fucking podiums? They're close to now every race getting podiums. Is that you're kind of close or getting points? Is that close to what? Close to Ferrari? I mean, are they at Ferrari? Closer to McLaren? I don't know. I don't think so.
Have they?
Are they close to Red Bull? Probably not.
Is there something on the front end that they've changed this weekend, or sorry, in the last few weekends to go with that front?
I mean close. Then I mean equally good as. I mean, like if we say Red Bull is in the S rank. McLaren is in the A rank. If Mercedes is in the B rank, or B plus rank, I mean like, that's definition closer to A. Doesn't mean nothing actually. They are still in the B rank. And as long as they are in the B rank, why even say they are close? It's so weird. Especially when you have people saying they're getting better. Like from 2022 to now, they're getting closer. Okay, yeah. And now Lewis Hamilton wins his first win this season. And after 2021 Saudi Arabia, he won now one more win. I mean, for being so close and doing progress every month, it took 3 years for that to happen.
Update that they introduced in Monaco because the drivers are just so much happier now. Like Lewis essentially saying, I feel like we're back in the fight based on what he was saying in the press conference, but there's no
fight to what? Maybe win one more race? I mean, that's you can say somewhat sad from where you were before 2022.
That the McLaren was quicker when the rain came down. Probably should have been on pole position yesterday if Lando had hooked everything up. I think it's very close, but you've got to say that in what you think of a typical Formula One race, a hot environment, dry race, Mercedes were nowhere last weekend compared to Red Bull and McLaren. So they are back, but not fully back.
We've got a break now for...
They're only back when stuff happens. When nothing happens, they are nowhere.
A very short amount of time, and then obviously we're off to the Hungarian Grand Prix. That's a track also that Lewis goes...
What a short time, it's like 2 weeks. What do you mean? No, almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it's half the month, almost. That's a lot.
Goes well at, isn't it?
Massively, yeah. I think he's very, very keen to get there, and yeah.
Oh fuck me! Not like something different happens. Only people sitting down and talking. Let's see. They don't show anything. Okay, they show one picture. Do they show anything more? Well, okay, sure. That's something. Landooooo being sad, sure. Something about Ferrari, yes. Prix struggles, yes. Okay, here we have maybe more stuff that was maybe interesting to see. Okay, either way, it's mostly only 2 people talking, so nothing was missed in the video.
Again, it feels like that. It's sort of sense of deja vu some of these weekends, because that's another race where you can either get very, very hot conditions, or it can be mixed and changeable. Mercedes gone there in the past. What, they on pole the last 2 years? Russell 22, Hamilton 23 at Budapest. Am I making that up? I feel like I might be right. But anyway,
Fuck did you say?
or it can be mixed and changeable. Mercedes gone there in the past. What, they on pole the last 2 years? Russell 22, Hamilton 23 at Budapest. Am I making that up?
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton was on pole. And George Russell in, let's see. George Russell in Brazil. Let's see, 2022, Brazil. We want starting grids. Oh yeah. Kevin Magnussen, I would say, is the true pole position taker, because he got the pole to start a sprint race in P1. George Russell won the sprint race, and because of that he actually got the pole position because he started that race in pole. Man, so mean against Kevin Magnusson. Let's see. 2023 Hungary. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, there we have it. And he got pole and he got yeah, I don't know, Max and Lando Norris, I believe both of them overtook Lewis Hamilton in the start. He did a bad start that race and they both just get ahead of him. Let's see where did he. Oh my god, even Sir Perez finished before Lewis Hamilton. Oh my god, he's so washed, Lewis Hamilton. Fuck is this? Finished behind Sir Perez. When I look at this, Lando Norris already showing that he should be up there. But yeah, he's right. 2023 and 2022.
Oh, I feel like I might be right. But anyway, even if I'm not, there's enough.
You
people
are?
will tell you. Are they right?
But you should have said what races. Then it would be more amazing. Hungary and Brazil. One more fish for the collection, a spotty pink white. And we can collect 3 more fishes. Tropical fishes. And then it's time to go down to the basement and start looking how many fishes is copies and how many fishes isn't copies. Yeah, copies. Let's see, I wanna look something up. Okay, that's not what I can. Huh. Okay, I did not find what I wanted to find. Let's continue.
Yeah, right. There's enough sort of past history there that it bodes well for that team. But really, actually, I think leaving this weekend, big question marks over Red Bull. Like, why was the pace gone in the dry, especially early in the race? Like, why was Max feeling, oh, actually, at one point, I think I was going to finish 5th or 6th? Like, that's the thing. That's the element. I'm really interested to see how Christian Horner plays this one tonight.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Let's see how it all plays out in Hungary.
Oh, Hungary is where Lewis Hamilton got pole last time. But let's go to Peter Monsieur. Yeah, P1 I've still not done any reaction. So let's see what Peter Sir have to say. Probably a lot of boring stuff about Lewis Hamilton.
Yes, there were plenty of people after the British Grand Prix to remind Lewis Hamilton that it had been 2.5 years since he'd last won a round of the FIA Formula One World Championship. More significantly, though, I think this race will be remembered because it was 2.5 years since Abu Dhabi 21, since everything had happened on that day when that 8th World Championship was snatched from Lewis, effectively on the last lap, due to a mistake made by the race director.
What a mistake.
As we now know. And it's about everything that's happened
It was
in
not a
Lewis's
mistake.
life since then. The teammate that he didn't really want, George Russell instead of Valtteri Bottas. And then, perhaps even more significantly, a very uncompetitive Mercedes Formula One car. And yet, despite all that, over those 2.5 years, Lewis Hamilton has never lost his motivation or his drive or his enthusiasm for driving, for racing, and for wanting to continue to be the driver that he's always been, despite the road dust, despite the 7 World Championships, despite the global stardom, which long ago would have pushed most other athletes, sport.
Yeah, true. So real. That's why Fernando Alonso is still in. Oh shit, he's.
Sportsmen into retirement or semi-retirement just to enjoy the fame and the wealth. But not Lewis. He just loves racing. He lives for racing. He's still about karting at Rye House. And we saw that as he pulled up on the grid after the formation lap, making sure that everyone knew, because of his radio transmissions, that he was going to angle his car slightly to the left, just to make sure that George knew that he was there and what he was going to do off the line. And if George didn't make a good start, then he would be in good position to get onto the racing line and lead into the first corner. Just a classic Lewis Hamilton karting thing, not the angle.
What the fuck do you mean classic? Have we always done this? Every race since Abu Dhabi 2021?
Of the car, because plenty of drivers do that. It was letting everybody know. That was the point. And Lewis did make a good start. Slotted into
Sounds like that's not a classic Lewis Hamilton then. Classic everyone.
Behind George Russell, and for a while it looked like it was going to be, wow, Mercedes 1-2, but Max Verstappen making a really good start, passing Lando Norris when Lando ran a little bit wide coming into turn 3, getting the outside run on him, and suddenly you thought 2 Mercedes, but is this going to be yet another Red Bull win with Max Verstappen making up for a disappointing Friday and Saturday and winning this Grand Prix going away, as kind of what you would have thought on paper, I guess, at some point.
It will be amazing if that
But it
happened.
didn't work out that way. Max was finding it very difficult to get real feel from the Red Bull. It was a grip thing. He didn't have the same level of grip as the 2 Mercedes, and why that is, or indeed the 2 McLarens, and why that is, well, we'll have to think about that and talk about that in the days to come. We've got a little bit of time for live streams after that. But certainly in those opening laps, with full loads of fuel, everybody on medium tyres, it was a very, very difficult Red Bull for Max to drive. So anyway, enough about Max. Let's talk about those 2 Mercedes out front. It was George Russell, the pole man, leading in front of the British Grand Prix crowd. And you could sense then that providing there were no real issues with George, providing he made no mistakes, providing there were no pit stop issues, that this could well be his second win in 2 races. And he was going to win that race in front of his home British crowd.
That would be so funny.
And I've always said that it's been a good thing that Mercedes haven't, in a way, had such a competitive car since Abu Dhabi 21, because had they done so, had that car been a lot quicker, it would have been absolute fireworks between Lewis and George Russell, particularly if there was a world championship to fight for. That isn't the case, and that wasn't the case at Silverstone today. This was very much a special occasion for George, for Lewis, and for Lando, and you got the feeling that they weren't treading on one another's toes any more than they needed to, and that there was a lot of mutual respect between those 3. And I think there was that mutual respect as well from Max towards those 3 drivers at their home race. I mean, it sounds odd to say it, but just get that feeling. Certainly the passes and repasses you had with Lando Norris would indicate that to be the case. Anyway, getting back to the front, Lewis matching George in everything he did, no doubt thinking, I'm going to have to beat this guy somehow. Maybe it'll be the pit stops. Maybe it'll be when the rain comes. And that's indeed what happened. McLaren and Mercedes, meanwhile, have been really good on full tanks as well. Both Lando and Oscar Piastri passed the ailing Max Verstappen in the Red Bull RB20. Seems very odd to be saying that, but he did. And it was a beautiful pass by Lando going into Stowe with the help of DRS. Similar pass 2 laps later by Oscar Piastri. And Max just looked to be going into a zone of just bringing this car home. The best he's going to be able to do would be probably P5 if everybody finished and nobody made any more mistakes. There are a couple of things still to be mastered in this Grand Prix, and the first of those, of course, is the weather, and the second was the subsequent pit stops and making the right call with the weather. The rain did start to fall when they were on slicks, and when that happened, Lewis Hamilton closed on George Russell even more and got past him going into Stowe. George making it quite easy for Lewis to go down the inside. And then on top of that, the 2 McLarens started to catch the 2 Mercedes. And just after Lewis had gone past the pits in the lead of the British Grand Prix, he ran wide at turn 1. So did George. And Lando at this moment took that opportunity to pass George Russell. He was still having to filter in behind Lewis Hamilton, getting on the radio saying the way they rejoined the track was unfair, but there was no stewards' inquiry. That was a good thing, because it wasn't that unfair. I think there was a lot of room, and Lewis
It should be a
and George
penalty,
did that
5 seconds.
correctly. But it was a big moment, and it was a big moment as well in the pits, of course, for everybody to be seeing that, and how greasy this track was with everybody on slicks. And it was 2 laps later, indeed, in front, effectively in front of the McLaren pit, certainly going into turn 1, that Lando Norris pulled out and passed Lewis Hamilton in the wet on slicks going into turn 1. And very quickly, McLaren are running 1-2. Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri from Lewis Hamilton and George Russell.
Yeah, then mistakes started. It was not fun.
The first to blink to come in for intermediates, because the weather was now really bad and it was getting greasy, was Max Verstappen. No surprise there, because Max didn't have anything like as much to lose in terms of track position. He was P5. He was unlikely to finish lower than P5, unless Carlos Sainz really got it together in the other Ferrari. And Max did very well with that on lap 27. He gained a lot of time on the first 3 runners, who were of course still on slicks. They all came on the following lap to switch to intermediates, although Oscar Piastri had to wait a further lap because there'd been a problem, of course. There was a potential problem with stacking, and he would have lost too much time behind Lando's pit stop. So that was Lando leading from Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen had managed to get past George Russell by coming in a lap earlier. And George's race very soon would be over with some sort of water system drama. Very strange in Formula One context, let alone in Mercedes factory context. But George unbelievably pulls into the pits, walks out of the car and out to the back of the garage. Desolate, obviously. On the pole for the British Grand Prix, he'd led the race from the start, and now he was in early retirement. Then the sun came out, and then some decisive moments as well. Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri all came in on the same lap. And on this occasion, Lando Norris went 1 lap longer. It had been Oscar before in the previous round of pit stops. Now it was Lando running an extra lap. And all of them, of course, were coming in to switch to slick tyres. So by the time Lando was coming in, they were saying to him on the radio, Lewis Hamilton has gone to soft tyres, you can do that and cover him, or you can cover Max Verstappen, who's gone to hard tyres, by going on the medium tyre. And Lando went for the soft to cover Lewis Hamilton. Just shows how much Lando wanted to win this race. A good call, probably in retrospect even, and if he would know that Lewis Hamilton on that soft tyre would be able to go the full Grand Prix distance, he would have imagined that, of course, the McLaren would be able to do the same thing. Anyway, he came in, and it was a long, delayed pit stop. He came out now in 2nd place, behind Lewis Hamilton. And Lando was to say later in the cool-down room before the podium ceremony that even if he'd made a brilliant pit stop and he'd come back in the lead, he still didn't think he would have won that race, because his tyres quite quickly went off. It was the left front, that was the fragile part of the tyre wear at Silverstone. No surprise there. A lot of right-handers, a lot of load through the left front, quite a lot of load through the left rear as well, but mainly through the left front. These are all medium fast corners doing the damage. But Lewis Hamilton was leading the Grand Prix because of that slow pit stop on the McLaren. And Max Verstappen on the hard tyre now, for the first time that afternoon, actually feeling that he had some sort of grip level around which he could drive the car. And with the hard compound, of course, he could push as hard as he wanted without any risk of those tyres going off or degrading. Whereas it was a different story at the wheel of the Mercedes and the McLaren. And it's possibly because Lando was in the turbulence of the Mercedes that his tyre wear was greater, that his tyres went off sooner, there was more temperature, the left front went away. Certainly Lewis also had to massage the left front, but he didn't have anything like the same deterioration of grip as Lando. And as a result of that, Max quite efficiently and quickly caught Lando Norris and passed him into Stowe Corner, another DRS pass. So Lando was effectively out of it. Oscar Piastri was effectively out of it because he had to do an extra lap because of the stacked pit stop situation. And now it was down to 2. It was down to Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. Abu Dhabi 21, retribution. There were so many thoughts going through so many minds, I think, at Silverstone.
Really?
Huge crowd there.
This Abu Dhabi 2021 crybaby. Like, why you care so much? It's so beautiful that race happened. The ending happened. Everything about it is so beautiful.
We've lived through other huge crowds at Silverstone, and we've lived through Grand Prix wins by British drivers, notably David Coulthard, Damon Hill, and of course Nigel Mansell in front of these sorts of crowds at Silverstone. But this was different. This was a crowd that was not only willing Lewis Hamilton on in a Mansell-esque way, but this was also a crowd, probably in terms of the majority, that had lived through Abu Dhabi 21.
Yeah! Oh my god, they still... Oh my god, I want to see. Betty 100% purple, nice. Oh, I wonder how many British fans have went to that clip to maybe say something again.
As well, and I think that's what made the difference. This was a huge emotional
damage
around the circuit. And Lewis, for sure, could feel it, could see it. And a couple of times on the radio, when Pete Bonington said things like, Lewis, this is, you know, we can do this. You're on the right compound. Keep going. Lewis would say, "Don't worry, mate. I got it." And the control he had in his voice and the confidence said everything you needed to know. But slowly, 1/10 per sector, 2/10 per sector, couple of tenths, 3/10 per lap, Max Verstappen began to close the gap on Lewis Hamilton. And the mathematicians on the pit wall began to work out potentially how close he would be when the checkered flag came out. He would be within 1 or 2 seconds, assuming the deterioration on the left front was linear, and assuming Lewis didn't make any mistakes, and assuming there were no extraneous dramas as well. Big assumptions. Max kept his head down, incredibly consistent, always quicker around the circuit than Lewis Hamilton, catching him. He too could feel the crowd, but he closed, and everybody was on tenterhooks. I think everybody in the crowd was standing at this point. Lewis Hamilton, could he win the British Grand Prix? His first win since Abu Dhabi 21. He could, and he did it.
Was since 20, but it was 20 Saudi Arabia 2021.
He was resilient under pressure. He made no mistakes. He was polished. And I think his drive today was not only greater than the sport itself in terms of what he did, the imprint he's made globally as an athlete. I think this will be going right around the world on the news services, let alone the sports services. But I think it was also a classic Lewis Hamilton win.
Classic.
Because I talked yesterday about the way he was letting the car float into Beckett's very high speed. We're talking 300 kilometers an hour entry into that
classic Max Verstappen.
And he's letting the car float in 8th gear. The revs are coming down a bit, whereas George was putting it into 7th sooner, getting the torque of the engine to lean on, working the tyres a little bit harder. Lewis would never do that. He's got that Prost-like touch of mechanical sympathy and not leaning on the engine too much. And I think we saw in the wet today, when he caught and passed George, we saw the beauty of that ability to be able to float into a corner with half throttle, no brakes, just half throttle, letting the car feel its place on the road, squarely on the road. And I think that was where he caught George. George's concern at that point about rising water temperatures notwithstanding. And I think his win today was partly a function of that touch and feel. And I think it was also the way he was able to massage the car in terms of looking after the left front. What does that mean? It means that you've got to use the rear a bit more in order to protect the left front. And that's a very subtle thing to be able to do. But Lewis did it. He did it absolutely superbly with all the talent, the natural talent in his fingertips, in the small of his back, in his elbows, wherever it is that he's always had.
Wait, small back?
To do. But Lewis did it. He did it absolutely superbly with all the talent, the natural talent in his fingertips, in the small of his back, in his elbows.
Okay, maybe sounds like small back, but he probably something else he's trying to say.
Wherever it is that he's always had ever since those karting days. And that was what this win was all about. It was about that sort of level of touch and feel. And you could see it going to Copse Corner with the TV angles that they had, quite low down, head on. You could see the beautiful transition of Lewis going on a slightly earlier corner than, say, George Russell. And similarly, Max, absolutely identical in the Red Bull. These two...
Oh yeah, the classic Max Verstappen almost won the race. 41. Let's see, go away. 41. Let's see, 19. 41. 23 plus 41. Peter Wisser, you can continue.
Class drivers showing what they do. Absolutely.
Class? Why not classic Max Verstappen? You said classic Lewis Hamilton so much. Is there a classic Norris also?
The peak of their ability in this situation, which...
Let's see, Bottas, where did he finish? Can it be a classic Bottas? That's one, let's see, where do we have Bottas? Oh shit, I'm looking at something. We need this year. Then we need to be in Silverstone, Great Britain. Do we have a classic Valtteri Bottas? I don't know. This is a classic Valtteri Bottas, finished 15. It's probably classic Sir Perez, finished 17. Maybe classic Nico Hülkenberg finished 6th. So many classic drivers.
We now find ourselves in the last 10 laps of Silverstone. Strange how a lot of Grand Prix this year have come down to the last 10 laps. But anyway, this was the last 10 laps. And they were just beautiful laps to watch, I think, in the case of both Lewis and Max and the way they were driving. Max could lean on the car more, but he was in no way ragged, and he was just quick, remorselessly quick. And for
Classic Max Verstappen then. Come on, say it, Peter Visser. The classic Abu Dhabi 2021 race. That was a classic race. Man, a beautiful landing of a season. A beautiful champion winner.
for sure Lewis could see him in his mirrors. Whether he's looking in his mirrors was another matter. I doubt it, knowing Lewis. And he won that race.
He
Earlier
did?
today, a couple of hours before the race, my friend Cameron sent me a WhatsApp saying, "So Peter, who do you like for today's race?" I had no doubt at all that this was going to be a Lewis Hamilton day, and I said, "Yeah, Lewis." And
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you say fucking Lewis Hamilton? Oh my god. Really? Did you really do that? I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not like so much what Peter Visser would do, but it's like also like, really, are you in that much copium that you would actually say that also?
I said that
That always crying about the Abu Dhabi 2021.
because of the quality of the lap he drove yesterday. Yeah, it didn't give him the pole. And yeah, he may have had a tad more downforce or things like that.
Yeah,
but
true.
ultimately, what we saw from Lewis yesterday was incredible touch and feel against an ultra quick driver, a little bit spikier driver, George Russell. But we saw Lewis almost matching him with his just wonderful touch and feel, even at this age.
Yeah, he's so amazing and still he didn't succeed with that. That's weird.
Even after all these years, even after all those world championships around a circuit like Silverstone. And on the basis of that lap yesterday, you had to feel that this was going to be a Lewis Hamilton day. Lord Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton's not enough. I think the crowd would probably would agree.
Fuck, no, go fuck yourself. Don't talk about that. Fucking Lord. He's a fucking Formula 1 driver. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know if there's anything after a Lord. There probably is. But anyway, definitely Sir Lewis Hamilton. What a day. And for me, in some way...
I mean, that's such a big joke. It's like, do you wanna try to not be a British biased person? And you still, for some reason, need to say that? Using the third word. That's the word. That's so weird.
Yeah, that was so emotional to see Lewis after the race. He was obviously crying throughout the slowdown lap. And
Crybaby Lewis Hamilton. Sir Crybaby. Is that a better word?
And the embrace with his dad was very long, very, very long embrace. But why not? This was a human victory, far bigger than the normal things we see in Formula One.
Abu Dhabi 2021 was a really amazing win. Don't you agree, Peter Visser?
This was an enormous achievement. And Lewis
Go fuck yourself. No!
deserves every bit of slack we can give him in terms of his emotions and what that race meant to him, what that win meant to him. Of course, it doesn't compare with winning that 8th World Championship, but that's gone now. This is the next best thing.
Yeah! Is it that beautiful, Peter Visser? That Max Verstappen got that World Championship? Brown. And did we have any more? Cyan.
For sure, to win the British Grand Prix of all races, 2.5 years
Yes,
on
we have.
from Abu Dhabi. For me, maybe the nicest thing, the thing I'll remember most about that race was when he got out of the car and he put on his cap. I know there's been a lot of Lewis Hamilton merchandise with the Mercedes brand over the years, but I've never seen that one, the white sections, but the basically green and yellow. And green and yellow makes me think of Lotus 49s, Lotus 33s, makes me think of Jim Clark.
Wait, what? Really? If the Mercedes logo was yellow and the cap was green, then I would say yes. Let's see, can we actually find any new information about this cap? Mercedes yellow cap. Oh, let's see. Lewis Hamilton special edition Silverstone cap yellow. Do it say anything more? Neon yellow. What do we say? Yellow. Yes, just say yellow. So it's not the neon. Can we find anything else information about it? Fuck no. Go away.
Most about that race was when he got out of the car and he put on his cap. I know there's been a lot of Lewis Hamilton merchandise with the Mercedes brand over the years, but I've never seen that one, the white, well, the white sections, but the basically green and yellow. And
no.
Green and yellow makes me think of Lotus 49s, Lotus 33s, makes me think of Jim Clark. And I have no doubt at all that if Jimmy had been with us today watching that race, he would have said that was a win.
Oh my god. I mean, if you talk like fucking Peter Sir, can you actually blame people and call you fucking British biased? I mean, all the fucking talk, all the fucking philosophy mentioned talk about Lewis Hamilton is like, holy fuck. Somebody need to maybe find a new life. Is Lewis Hamilton really that important in your life that you everything you need to? And also, holy shit, the end screen is really okay. Let's see, what do we have for the British Grand Prix? 75th Grand Prix start with Yuki Tsunoda. Okay, okay, that's something. 175th. 175. 175th. No, you don't say 5th. 70. Okay, who fucking cares? 175 Grand Prix start for Kevin Magnussen. 125 start with Racing Point / Aston Martin. That's okay. Why is... I mean, if you want to have fucking Racing Point, why not fucking Force India also? Peter Besser. 140 pole positions for Mercedes. Okay, probably the last. And 20 start from the top 3 grid position for Landooooo. Okay. 10th Grand Prix led by Josh. Okay. 20th podium finished by, okay, 650 podium and 90 double podium for British drivers, 170 top 6 reserve for color signs. Okay, so wow. Cobb Cyan. Cobb Blue. Cobb Black. Snooper Cyan. We have Snooper Cyan. Dasher Orange. 30 seconds more. Dasher Purple. Oh! Ferrari ad. Oh my god, so depressing. Please come back and make the machine Ferrari great again. Dasher Orange. Dasher Grey. Dash. Yeah, Peter was Cern, like he I mean, oh yeah, that I wanted to see. Where should I go? Abu Dhabi. F1 2021.
We've been
Let's see. No, I don't think I have. Let's see, I need to go. Yeah, fuck this Mercedes cap. Yeah. Okay, if you think Checo is trash for Rebel now, remember this link demo with True. They should have been Lewis under fourth win. Who's here after Lewis just won his home race in over 53 races? Oh my god, yeah, people that because Lewis Hamilton won in Silverstone. Yes, true. It's a tradition to come back in here and watch this masterpiece once in a while. It is every time when you want to feel happiness, true happiness and joy in life, you watch this. Controversial is most epic, amazing ending of a season. No, it's not poor handling of sewage. Oh, that's so amazing that people still go back to this and just have to write something about how Lewis Hamilton was robbed. Yeah, here we have also. Actually, that was so sad. I watched this over and over, disgusting how the rules failed Lewis. He was robbed. So amazing. 25 million views. Man, this was such amazing. And the most epic moment is the fight between Sir Perez and Lewis Hamilton. And then after Lewis Hamilton finally gets ahead, you see Max Verstappen in behind. And that was so amazing. And then the race started to be, Lewis just drove away from him. And then Nicolas Latifi crashes. Max Verstappen in the pit stops. Lewis Hamilton didn't pit, and then the most epic last lap happens, and he overtakes, and he just so beautiful. Oh my lord! Yeah, I don't remember everything what he. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, he's back. Let's see. Do we have anything? Yeah, I had. Can we do it in 30 minutes? We should be done some 30 minutes before maybe House of the Dragon season 2 episode 4. But let's see, do we have what could we watch? Nah, IndyCar stuff will be another day, or maybe let's see, do P1 have funny? No. Okay, we skip that. But man, that race, Abu Dhabi 2021, man, such a good ending. People like Peter Wisseur can never get past that. I mean, always when something is mentioned and he's remembered that he have almost Vietnam flashbacks, he really don't like how that ended. And that's, I mean, that coupon he have now for Lewis Hamilton funny winning a race on Silverstone have made some justice from what happened in Abu Dhabi 2021. Yeah, sure. True. But a justice. I mean, if you believe that's somewhat justice, I will take it every day because I love the Abu Dhabi 2021 ending. And the best part is all the amazing talk he had. How the team should keep pushing. And then you know he will done in the next season be in Ferrari. And also, he will be in Ferrari, so this actually could be his last win in his Formula 1 career. Because, man, apparently Mercedes have made a better car than Ferrari have. And let's see, what can we... Oh shit! Did I? Is that really... It must be dash orange. Dash... let's see, what do we have? Dasher... Do we have... Yes, okay. Dasher, okay, -2. Need to write that down so we know. So I don't forget. -2. That one we can, that one. All the Fs can... Oh! Lewis Hamilton! He didn't flop in the race. Sadly. Betty Red Grey. I mean, I was so hoping it could... Maybe if it was, it would never have started to rain or something, then it could maybe have been a George Russell and Lewis Hamilton crash. Red Grey. But we never got that, and then Russell DNF'd. Man. So boring. And it would have been so great. Lewis Hamilton, George Russell crashes out, and then Max Verstappen wins the race. The British fans will be so happy. Classic Lewis Hamilton get crashed out by his teammate. I wonder what Peter would have said. Classic Russell. Wanted too much and then crashed into Lewis Hamilton. Betty Green. Betty Green. We have a green here. It's glitter green. Betty Green. Do we have a Betty Green? At least you watch IndyCar. You got to see maybe a new winner, you can say. Not this season, but if I can blind then. Betty Green. This is so annoying. Just okay, there we have it. Betty Green. Green, red. Nice. Red, grey, purple, lime, cyan, blue, yellow, orange, white, pink, brown, Magneta, no red. Blocked fish. And also, man, Lando Norris never got really to fight Lewis Hamilton either. And Max Verstappen was close to a fight with Lewis Hamilton. George Russell, you can say, never directly got to fight with Lewis Hamilton because his car DNF'd. And they ruined Oscar Piastri's race when they wanted to keep him out for some reason. Orange cyan. Okay, we have two green. Greens! Wait, green and black? This fish is both on the green side and the black side in House of the Dragon. White. White, blue. Nice. Orange. Orange, light blue. One more. Light blue. Then we have Magenta light blue. Magenta light blue. And then we have light blue. Yeah, was it even any fight in the... where do we have it? Go away, Lewis Hamilton cap. And Nico Hulkenberg did probably have no fights. Carlos Sainz, I don't think he did anything either. Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso just kept it there. Alex Albon maybe did some fighting. Yuki Tsunoda maybe also did some fighting. But man, it was like a Monaco / IndyCar race. Not a lot happened. No orange. Oh yeah, we had orange cyan. And Magenta light blue, right? Yep, light blue. So we place them. Now we need to find Blockfish green. Green again. It's green day. Blockfish green. Green yellow. Yellow we had. And green black. And that one we had also. That's somewhat boring. No, we can keep them in the inventory for now. Blindly. Brown green. Yeah, I think only Formula 2 didn't have any rain. They were lucky. Yeah. Okay, brown green. We need to find a lime. I think lime. No, lime is here. Lime red. Okay, boring. Lime black. That we also have. Why? And one more brown. The fuck? Dasher lime, a snooper lime. Okay. And briny brown. Yeah, here we have Blockfish and briny. Brown green. The high towers and the fuck can be brown. Wait, what? Did I see sad? The Pro Russia logo. house of the... No, fuck me, Game of Thrones, I should try some. Game of Thrones, houses. Symbols. Brown, do we have brown? What's they called? Martell. Maybe, but no. Yeah, quite zombie. Nope. Brown. Brown and green. It doesn't look like we have a brown and green. Light blue, gray, pink, cyan, blue, magenta, light gray, lime, white, red. Red we have. Brown, green. Lime, green. Okay, the other was lime. Slime. We want green now. Green. Then we have green, lime. And that one we have. Blue, gray. Oh wait, fucking clayfish. Blue, gray. Red, green, brown, lime, gray, light blue, yellow, white, orange, snow, blue, green. Clayfish. Blue, green. Blue, green. That must be... Manderley. But they blue-green. Well, they blue-green together, not... Wait, blue... but I think they are more green, maybe. And then we have... house iron, but I want to have the... land. Apparently not. Okay, fuck that then. And clayfish, blue, green. Blue, clay. Oh, it's gray. Oh. the Starks and the blue logo with the fucking bird and the moon. Clayfish blue. Fuck, did I write green? Should just be blue. Clay also is grey, so what the fuck is green? Light blue. Light blue, black. Yes. Blue, light blue. No, we have blue, light blue. Brown, light gray. Okay, no brown, orange. Orange, blue. There's a brown. Let's see, can I find it? I feel like it should be close. There's a green. There's a blue. Oh, there we have it. There's a brown, light gray. We don't have. Brown, light gray. Light blue, light gray. Okay, now we're done with the first part. Let's see, we need the flopper first. Flopper. No glitter. Then we have. Oh shit, we need to place this down. And then we need snooper. Flopper, Lewis Hamilton, the flopping Lewis Hamilton fish, lime yellow. Black, gray. Purple cyan. They have a purple cyan. Cob blue. Well, first we go to flopper black, flopper yellow, flopper blue, flopper orange, flopper green. Must be the fuck, was it flopper black? They were flopper. Where do we have flopper cyan? Or purple cyan. They were purple cyan. Flopper black. Yep, no flopper black. Black gray, and that we also have black gray. Blue, light blue. Nope. Brown, gray. Yes. Pink, red. Pink. Pink, red. And that we have. Cob blue. Cob blue, light blue. Oh, Cob Magnata. Cob Grey is here. Grey, blue. Nope. Pink, yellow, green, lime, red, purple, orange, cyan, brown, grey. No, Magnata, light blue. Magnata, light blue, blue. The fuck was I looking for? Pink I did, Cob brown, Cob blue. Brown I did. The blue, Cob blue. Yes, yes, yes. Then it's Magnata left. Snooper red. Pink. Nice. Lime Magnanta. Oh, one more. spotty orange. Spotty pink. Stripy pink. Sunstreak red. Red cyan. Green brown. Okay, let's see. First, snooper red. Can we find a snooper red fast? Clayfish red. We have a snooper red brown. Ooh, no brown, white, yellow, grey, purple, light grey, pink, green, cyan, light blue, lime, brown. Then we have pink, spotty pink, light grey. You have light grey. No. Snooper pink. Stripy pink. And snooper pink. There was snooper pink. Snooper pink light grey. Oh no, then we need to do everything again. Although we don't need to, but I want to. Snooper red. Where do we have? Here we have Snooper red orange. Spotty orange, I believe I've seen. Spotty. Orange lime. Pink, white. Oh! Really? Pink, green, black, lime, magenta, orange, grey, blue, light grey, red, cyan, brown, purple, pink. Uh, 10, 13. Stripy pink. Pink, purple. Pink, purple. Sunstreak green. Sunstreak green. They have green, brown, green, brown. No, last one. We have how many can this be? 20 must be. 12, 15, 16, 18. Oh my god, what the fuck? 9, 14, 20. 6, 12, 14, 20. Yeah, 20. That's good. Let's take them down and make sure. Six. No, they're too many. Blockfish, green, yellow. Blockfish, green. Blockfish, green. Blockfish, red. Blockfish, pink. Blockfish, purple. Blockfish, green. Blockfish, green. Blockfish, det var blockfish green. Blockfish green yellow. Blockfish orange. Snoop orange. Yellow. Blockfish yellow, the cyan. Blockfish purple. We want orange. Blockfish brown. Blockfish lime. Man, did I not see it? Oh shit, it can be here. Yeah, it is blockfish orange cyan. Blockfish magenta. Light blue. Briny red. No, briny lime. Briny lime. Briny lime. Briny lime. Briny lime red. Yes. Lime black. Brown. Do we have any brown here? Green. Yes, we have green lime. Green slime. Brown red. Briny brown. Really? Yeah, brown. Briny brown. They were briny brown, brown red. Green light. Clay fish. Blue, light blue. Det var blue, light blue. Blue, light blue. Lime yellow. Lime yellow. Flopper black. Flopper purple. Purple cyan. Flopper black. Can we find flopper black? Flopper black. Flopper green. Flopper black. Flopper black. Flopper black. Man, come on. Why can't I see it? Flopper magenta. Flopper brown. Flopper purple. Flopper red. There we have flopper black. Black gray. Yes, black gray. Now we just the last thing and then we can land it. Cob blue. Cob brown. Gray, cob brown, gray, cob brown, gray, cob brown, gray, yes. Cob magenta, magenta red. Snooper pink. Nope. Spotty orange. Nope. Stripy pink. Nope. Sunstreak green. Apparently no. Okay, let's see. Cob blue. Then cob pink. Cob pink red. Cob magenta. Cobb Magnanta. Cobb Magnanta. The fuck? I've seen it. Come on, Cobb. Cobb. Cobb purple, Cobb white. Cobb lime. Cobb orange. Cobb Magnanta. Really? Cobb green. Cobb. No, there we have it. Cobb Magnanta red. Oh, that's maybe white was. Or maybe it wasn't. Snooper pink. Snooper red. Snooper pink light grey. Spotty orange. I've seen it, I believe. Spotty. There was spotty orange. Orange lime. Slime. It's spotty orange lime. Stripy pink. Pink purple. Then we have the last one, sunstreak green brown. Sunstreak green. Sunstreak green. Sunstreak brown. And there we have it. All again. Okay, let's see. 18, 20, 20, 22, 24, 22, 20. Minus 20. Oh, 1901. Minus 20. So it's over 1,900. Oh wait, I could maybe... Oh no, there are too many. Nice, and then we can end it, and then it's time for House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 4. Blockfish green yellow, blockfish green black, blockfish orange cyan, blockfish magenta light blue, briny lime red, briny lime black, briny brown red, briny green lime, clayfish blue light blue, floppy lime yellow, floppy black gray, flopper purple cyan. Cob blue, light blue. Cob brown, gray. Cob pink, red. Cob magenta, red. Snooper pink, light gray. Spotty orange, lime. Stripy pink, purple. Sunstick green, brown. God damn it. What can we put from... we need to fix that. Fix it fast. Sticks. Then we smelt it, then we can place it down, and then we can end it. Then we can end it. See, it should be over here. Oh. Oh my god, that scared me so much. That one... Wait, did I not pick that? Oh, I must have... Oh my god, did I switch them out? God damn it. Oh my god, so much more wasted time. Yeah, there we have it. Oh my god, that scared me so much. Yeah, we can now end it. Uh, 1901. We should write that down. Nine hundred and one, 9,901, 9,901. Yes, that's done. And yeah, it's time for House of the Dragons, so we will end it here. So next time, when I will be... Until next time, I will be back